Hello, this is David Lee, acupuncturist. I would like to speak with you about how to improve your immune system. I know you know some people who just never get sick. They're around people who are sick, and you could cough on them all day long. They will not catch your flu, they will not catch anything. And you know, other people at the end of the other spectrum is that they'll catch anything. Even if they're just close enough, then they'll get sick very easily. So this is not just about invasion, and that's it. It's about how well your body is prepared to fight off, fend off these certain type of viruses can that one's body can overcome. So I would like to give you some suggestions on how to improve your immune system. One of them is to do a daily physical exercise. It's a movement throughout the day. We're living in a sedentary lifestyle. We're not as active as 100 years ago, but our bodies have remained the same. We need to move around all throughout the day. The point is circulation and toning. When you have good circulation throughout the body, there's good exchange of nutrients and waste matter. That's at the all cellular level, your brain, your organs, your nerves, your glands, they all will be in a healthier state just because you're moving around throughout the day. And because you're moving around throughout the day, you become stronger. You're toning your whole body. You could be cleaning around the house, you could be trail walking half an hour or an hour, or you could be doing yoga or some type of an online class. At least that will give you an increased sense of community. It'll be more fun, and you'll be doing things in real time with other people. Move around, tone your body, then you'll be strong and you'll have circulation, your brain, your organs, everything function better. So therefore it's more ready to provide an immunity when it needs to. Second is to have a good mindset. A good mindset is quite important to have your immune system be at an optimal state, because when you're stressed out, your immune system goes down. I'll give you the reason why. It's because yourself, your DNA expresses itself based on the environmental cue. The DNA is just a blueprint. The DNA does not do anything unless it's immersed in an environment for it to express itself. So when you have positive environment, it will trigger certain type of DNA. If you have a negative environment, it'll trigger another type of DNA to express itself. So just by having good thoughts, having happy and joyous experiences, that will increase your immune system. Third, how to increase your immune system is by minimizing inflammatory foods. The biggest culprit is the sugar, simple sugar and grains. If you could minimize them or eliminate them altogether, that will be best, or that will be good for you, because again, we live in such a sedentary lifestyle. We're not burning off enough calories. So the sugar stays in our system. The body doesn't like it. It's too much, and there will be inflammatory response. And when you eat, overeat at every meal, then you're constantly giving your body inflammation, and that will induce more stress, and the cells, organs, and glands, they don't function as well. So therefore your immune system does not get ready quickly when it needs to. Now for the fourth way of having your immunity up is to live symbiotically with microbiome. Hippocrates said that all diseases begin in the gut. Well, we could say that many diseases end in the gut. Microbiome are virus, fungus, and bacteria that live in our body that are helpful to us. They're not bad, they're beneficial to us. There are 10 times more of those than the cells in our body. There's 99 times more DNA than the DNA that we have in our body cells. So it's just another entity in itself. It's another universe. When you respect it, it will respect you back. That's how we have been living with these microbiome for a long time. And especially most of it is in the gut. So when you provide the right environment, then it also affects your brain because a lot of nerve endings go to the gut. And when you experience stress in the gut, then you will unknowingly express stress in your brain. And again, stress will lead to down immune system. When you have good environment in the gut, then you're experiencing less stress. Things are more integrated. You could provide probiotics. That would be a one good way. If you're eating junk food, then that will not promote the probiotic to flourish well. You want them to do well by giving them the type of food that they like. That's more of a whole food plant based as opposed to a lot of meat, a lot of fat. There's always exceptions. Some people it's okay with that, but you want to think of yourself as an average. Go with the whole food plant based. Now, for the fifth way of increasing your body type or the immune system is through eating according to your body type. So there are four body types. One of the body type is called dry warm type, and it occurs in 25% of the population. This dry warm type is about 75% are males and about 25-30% are females. This dry worm type, the beneficial foods are nuts, carrot, sweet potato, parsnip, turnip, radish, cassava, taro, and jicama. Its harmful foods are chicken, shellfish, lettuce, cabbage, chard, kale, broccoli, and cauliflower. These are common food ingredients. Uh, they're generally considered to be okay for most people. But for many people, the effect is subtle. So when you have these foods for a long period of time, the subtlety accumulates on top of itself, and you don't know how you got there when you got there. So when you're eating the wrong food ingredients for your body type, then you'll get worse. If you're eating the right food ingredients for your body type, it keeps promoting the health of your body and your mind, and of course, your immunity. For the second body type, this one is called a cool damp type. It occurs in 25% of the population. About 70% are females, 30% are males. And their beneficial foods are lettuce, cabbage, kale, chard, broccoli, cauliflower, turmeric, ginger, and cinnamon. Its harmful foods are pork, gluten, nuts, dairy, cucumber, celery, and aloe. Again, these are common food ingredients, but they do have strong impact in one's health. These are not the complete food ingredients, but again, these are the common ones. And when you adjust the common ones, then you get to help your body in a significant way. And then there's a cool damp type, which occurs in 25% of the population. 70% are males and 30% are females. This cool damp type beneficial foods are lettuce, cabbage, kale, chard, broccoli, cauliflower, cucumbers, celery, aloe, and shellfish. Its harmful foods are chicken, beef, nuts, dairy, turmeric, ginger, and cinnamon. I know some of these food ingredients are purported to be very good. Yes, they are very good when it's right for the body type, but when it's wrong for the body type, it's just going to do the opposite. It'll just harm you, aggravate the problems, and lower your immune system, and you're not going to be able to fight off virus as easily as otherwise would. Now, your question would be, how do you diagnose? How do I know which body type I am? There's no one answer to this. There's no one straightforward way to diagnose your body type. And there are those people who are very straightforward and they're textbook type, easy to identify. For now, I think it will be good for you to to visit me and see me in person so I could personally diagnose your body type. Another way to do this is to self-diagnose you. I do have a book. It's called Tetrasoma Diet, and it's also called Tetrasoma Acupuncture. It contains diagnostic methods for you to self-identify what type you are through Ayurveda, Unani. Ayurveda is Indian medical system. Unani is a Greco-Roman medical system. Myers-Briggs 16 personality type, DISC personality profiling, and NEAT theory, NEED theory, that's power, achievement, affiliation. So these type of personality related can also help to identify your body type along with your physiology. Do you get motion sick easily, or do you not? Or are you sensitive to caffeinated drinks, or are you not? That would be physiology. Physical shape would be what you see up here. Red, blue, yellow, and the green. Those are basic torso physical shapes. So you got physical way, physiological way, and psychological way of determining your body type. Because you're very complex and there's many different angles to look at you and see you as a whole. Now for the fourth body type, it's called dry cool type. It occurs in 25% of the population. 70% are females, 30% are males. Its beneficial foods are chicken, beef, nuts, cassava, taro, turmeric, ginger, and cinnamon. Its harmful foods are lettuce, cabbage, kale, chard, broccoli, cauliflower, cucumber, celery, aloe, and shellfish. There are some people that are vegetarians. I apologize for talking about animal meat here. I think the vegetarians can also benefit by eating according to their body type. They will be a little bit more restricted, but today's modern world has allowed for good nutritious food to be available. So I think it's okay for vegetarians today to be on a healthy long-term diet according to their body type. Now for the sixth way of increasing your immune system is by heat therapy. Actually, with the heat therapy, you're using it when you catch a cold, flu, or coronavirus. When you have fever and cough, then you know you caught something. That's when you try to nip it in the butt. It's also good to practice warm therapy throughout the day by wearing a lot of warm clothes. I know it will be warm, but viruses do not like to replicate quickly in a warm weather. So this is not about killing the virus with the heat therapy. This is about slowing their replication down so that your body can soon or later develop the antibodies against these viruses so that the immune cells can eat them up. So heat therapy is buying time for your body to develop antibodies. Okay. All right, so that will be using 400 to 104 degrees Fahrenheit from neck down, because if you warm your head, it's a little too uncomfortable, and if it's too warm, it might not be good for your brain. It could be injurious to your brain. So you just warm it up from neck down to your hands and your feet, 100 to 104 degrees constantly while you have the fever and cough. And you may continue to have this fever and cough and ache in the ear and the throat for about a week before you start noticing an improvement. At least the symptoms have not become severe. That's the whole point of using the heat therapy. And when you're at home, make sure, even if you're inside, definitely outside, you don't want to be exposed to cold draft for more than 5 minutes. When you're inside, make sure your hands are warm, wear socks and shoes, because hands and feet lose heat very quickly. And the seventh way of increasing immune system is by using Asian herbs. Asian herbs are the super plants. They're medicinal foods. So these Asian herbs that have been used for thousands of years, they're also now being used to treat coronavirus in Wuhan, China, and China as a whole. And about 85% of the people who caught the coronavirus took the Asian herbs. 92% of those who took the Asian herbs, they had an improvement. Their problems started improving within a day or two, started reversing and improving. So that's 92% having that type of efficacy rate. And that had confirmed to me that what I've been doing for the last 20 years was correct, because most of the ingredients are the same ingredients I've been using at my clinic all this time with success for cold, flu, influenza. And for now, for the new coronavirus, that they're using these same herbs to treat and they're having success, that means that uh, these proposals that I'm giving are correct, because it's based on it's based on diagnosis. Okay, and that diagnosis will tell you many different ways to do the right things. Like, for example, eat right according to your body type, take herbs according to your body type. So these herbs that are used in China, there's about 22 ingredients in there, and I'm able to divide them up into 3 portions. And those 3 portions is related to, each of those 3 portions is related to a body type. And I've been using herbs specific for the body type. Therefore, I believe the efficacy will be even better using the herb combination that I have. All right, so then let's not be overly concerned with vaccination and medication. I know that's very important, because we need clarity, we need certainty, but we cannot exclude other ways of treating. Oftentimes, nature has a very good way to treat diseases. In this case, I believe nature has a pretty good solution. So if you have symptoms of fever, cough, you're not sure what to do, just give us a call, 805-497-6200. We could walk you through it. We could remind you how to self-treat. And we also offer herbs, also acupuncture too. Of course, when you have the fever and cough right now, I could remotely treat you. But for those people who don't have the symptoms, but they have other problems like aches and pains, neck pain, back pain, migraine, or internal problems, organ problems, irritable bowel issues, or stress, get acupuncture, because acupuncture is also another way to help improve your immune system. Acupuncture is not just only for pain and inflammation and stress reduction, it increases immunity. I'll give you one example, a pretty clear example. I've had several patients who got acupuncture while they're getting chemotherapy. Chemotherapy is every 2 or 3 weeks, and after each chemo, they check the number of white blood cell count and red blood cell count, because each chemo kills off any cells that grow fast, and that includes the regular white blood cell and red blood cells. After 3 courses, they're very fatigued, aching, pain, cannot breathe, short of breath, and then they get acupuncture. They have multiple improvement. The blood count shows that their white blood cell count, red blood cell count had leveled out. It didn't decrease any further, although they're getting continued chemotherapy, although they're only getting twice a week acupuncture. So therefore, acupuncture is also good for increasing your immune system. So take advantage of this nature's way of healing. Stay healthy and stay safe.